What is going on, people? Welcome to Throwdown, episode 563. I'm your host, Tony Polanco, and tonight I'm joined by Emilio Lopez.
What's up, people? How's it going?
Carlos Romero.
Yo, yo, yo.
Richard Bailey Jr.
What's up, everybody?
And Brian Manjoma.
What up, what up?
All right, guys, we are back with another one. The last regular Thursday show of the year where we do just normal news stuff. And then after this, we will be doing our live roast of the Game Awards because that's what we really do. And then the year-end special. That's how we'll end it off. And obviously, that will be followed by the AMA special to really end off the year. So good times coming for Throwdown. We're going to be taking our usual 2-week hiatus, but that is not until a couple weeks away. Right now, we got some stuff to talk about. And I guess because this is like post Thanksgiving, Black Friday, not a lot happened, but, you know, a couple of interesting things. One of the main things that was happening this week, it just lets you know the severity of like the news, that this is kind of the main thing that people are talking about. This weird statue that Jeff Keighley has out in the desert. People have been speculating for about a week now, I believe, about what the hell it is. Like, oh, is it God of War? Is it this? Is it that? And so apparently, God of War, that got shot down. Diablo 4, that got shot down. It's just been kind of running rampant. At first, I thought it was something for Doom, maybe like a DLC or something, because there's some of the things in here look like Doom fodder enemies. But talking to some people, I think it might actually be Saros, or as Manny calls it, He-Eternal, you know?
Yes.
But yeah, have you guys seen some of this stuff happening on the Twitter sphere?
Yeah, I mean, Jeff put up a little thing that, you know, sort of guided people to where it was, and then people found it.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it has two modes. It actually steams during the day. Like, it has like these red hot edges of it that steam while it's there, and then at night it glows.
That's cool.
So, some of the things that are on there, it's kind of, I mean, I don't remember any of the stuff being in Saros, but there's like a tiger head, there's like an alligator man, there's these weird skeleton dudes. So I mean, some people, I could see why some people have thought it might have been you know, God of War because of the kind of anthropomorphic monsters that seem to be, you know, squished together. I mean, it could be none of those things. It could be some sort of Souls game.
Yeah, and I wonder, you know, and I literally just thought about this now. What if it's a mishmash of different games, not just one? I don't think anyone thought of that. What if it's just a mishmash of shit?
Yeah, but I mean, it's like we also haven't seen. The other thing is, like, you can't be for sure about any of it because we haven't actually seen all of it.
Yeah.
You know, like there's parts of it, like nobody's really taken pictures of what the back looks
like. Yeah, what does the back
look
like? Yeah. And you're right. It's like an alligator. There's like a world serpent, but then these like armored demons. Like, but the reason I'm thinking it's Saros is because if you look at the promotional thing, there's like a 6-armed thing or 8-armed thing in that, and this has 8 arms. But yeah, again, I'm talking now. I'm like, maybe this is just a mishmash of a bunch of stuff, you know? Who knows?
Is this the image? Because I'm really finding this out right now.
That's it, yeah. Yo, Carlos, where you been, bro? Fuck. You really have been offline.
Yeah, I didn't know Jeff was messing around. So okay, so I thought this was like a real life statue. I was like, what? He put a real life statue somewhere?
No, that is real. That is real. You could go to the desert and find this thing.
Oh.
Yeah, but you see all the weird stuff that's on there. There's like a weird tiger head back there, and I think there's like an alligator down there, like with human hands
in the middle. Yeah.
So
yeah.
So and then, yeah.
But again, we don't just have this image because other people have gone there themselves and taken photos of it. You know, so if you want to look around for some of that stuff.
Interesting.
But yeah, Rich, what do you think it is, man?
So Tony, you're confirming that this is not the re-release of The Last of Us Part 2?
I'm not confirming that. As a matter of fact, I think I'm not confirming it before, but I think I might be confirming it now because it could be that.
Yeah, I saw a lot of people have a lot of interesting theories. I think that the Doom one is a good one. I saw some people saying, "Is this Half-Life 3?" Because I keep seeing that pop up all over social media. People asking, "Is this going to be at the Game Awards?" I'm not sure what it is. Soros is a very good guess. We know that game is coming out, I think, in March next year, so it's going to have some type of presence, I think, at the show. That's a good guess, but I can't think of what else it could be.
Yeah. By the way,
there's another franchise.
Yeah, no, you're right. But one of the funniest things was our boy Jess Corden comes out and he said that it's Diablo 4. Then Jason Schreier said, "I don't know where he got that from, but that's not Diablo 4." I'm like, oh shit! Like, oh, we got bickering out there, you know. So let me read this part. This is from IGN. Windows Central reporter Jess Corden took to social media to say that the tease related to expansion for Diablo's action role-playing game Diablo 4. Blizzard had said Diablo 4 was set to be an expansion. Yeah, there's another one. Oh, I wish these guys would go in the back. Like, I want to see what's behind this shit, you know? Anyway, but Jess Corden's claim was debunked by Bloomberg reporter Jason Schreier, who took to Reset Era to insist the statue had nothing to do with Diablo 4, although that is not to say Diablo 4 won't be at the awards. So this is what he said. No idea where Jess is getting that from, but this statue is not teasing Diablo 4 expansion. I don't currently plan on reporting what it is. Sorry, but it's a good one. So he apparently knows. Just like he also knew about all the shenanigans happening at Blizzard, didn't report about it until it was an opportune time. But that's a whole other story that we reported on before.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I'm offended by these offenses that I knew about for 2 years. Okay, bro. Oh, they're going back. Oh, Manny, look. There's the back.
Okay, what do we got there?
More demons.
Yeah, looks
now it's back.
Yeah, it looks like demons
again.
and Deadite. Yeah, I think one of the things that you saw in there, it looked like kind of a Deadite looking guy
from Evil Dead.
Like I could see a thing that looks kind of like the Diablo.
Yeah,
I could see why he just might have thought it was that.
You know what? I think I'm going to go with my new theory now. It's a mishmash of shit. You know,
there's a guy in the middle that kind of reminds me of the what's that Sony racing fighting game? God, it's popular.
Twisted,
and they made a show
Metal?
off of it. Twisted Metal.
Yeah.
Like that. It was like a clown in the middle kind of thing.
Maybe, but it is on. It would have to, if it is a mishmash of stuff, it would have to be a theme because it's all a bunch of dead stuff. I don't know. Very interesting. But yeah, that was happening in the industry. Yeah, go ahead, man.
Mortal Kombat?
Maybe.
With the skull?
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, maybe they're resetting it already after the last one bombed.
But this thing.
Yeah, that thing is crazy.
That's not Mortal Kombat at all.
Yeah.
That's the weird part. Because in the animals and stuff, like it looks like it's more of a stylized type of game where I don't know. Like Doom is a good example, but the animals don't make any sense for Doom.
Yeah.
There's a tiger. There's a tiger. There's a wolf there. At the top, the top left of it. There's all kind, and the gator. So it's a mishmash of fantasy things. I'm
tweeting this shit right now. You know, hold me to my word. You know.
So why do people think it's Soros?
No, because if you look at the Soros artwork, it has like this thing. It has like 6 arms spreading out, just like this thing in the middle here. And specifically, I don't know if you can find this. If you look at this thing at night, it looks like that.
Oh,
which is kind of interesting. By the way, Rich, your boy Colt Eastwood replied to me when I tweeted about this. Because I said like, oh, what if it's Soros? And he goes like, Soros was already announced and we know the release date. And I was like, did they say this was for an unreleased game? And he goes, no, but that's what I think it is. Like, okay, bro. I'm like they never said this is for a brand new unreleased game. Never said this, you know?
Yeah.
But he said like, oh, that's what I think. Like, okay, bro.
So here's a question for you guys. Do you think that this will leak before the Game Awards? What this actually is?
No.
It's a good question. I don't know. Maybe Jeff Keighley give us another tease.
It'll leak on a paper with an outline that's taken from a phone camera from 20 years ago.
Yes. By the way, did you guys see that? Like there's a picture posted from like, you know, quote unquote, the Game Awards, and they had God of War on there, but it was like the blurriest fucking photo. I'm like, guys, we live in 2025. We have really good cameras on our phones. This is stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what this could be. And also, you know, you have to think about, you know, which developer / publisher would give Jeff sort of this type of rollout. You know, Kojima.
Maybe it's the next Kojima game.
Maybe it's the OD.
Maybe. Who knows?
No, it probably isn't. It probably isn't OD.
Manny has the inside track, so we know that's not it then.
It probably wouldn't be OD. Like, there's too many like fantasy type of things within that, and Kojima rarely makes fantasy, like real full on fantasy.
Yeah,
games.
well, it could be like maybe that's a dream sequence from OD.
I mean, you know,
you never know, man.
And then also the symbology doesn't make any sense between OD. OD's more about like flat shapes.
Yeah, maybe it's what about Fizzant?
Fizzant's a Metal Gear Solid thing.
Yeah,
so
it could be a dream. You know,
it could be
again. He never really does fantasy, like full on fantasy. It's very sort of ground like.
I don't know. They got flying whales and fucking Death Stranding. I don't know about Grounded, bro.
But again, no. But I'm saying like there's flying whales, but it's also the idea of that there's a sort of sense to it. It's not like again, people in armor and you know like different types of like these things seem like they're more fantasy based than they are from something Kojima. Kojima would be more. It'd be more of like. It'd be naturalism. It'd be more like, you know, industrial mixed with bits of naturalism. So I think it'd be something more like that.
And dudes teleporting and babies coming out of people's mouths.
Yes, but the thing is, it's like, again, like no armor, no fantasy, no werewolves, none of that sort of stuff. The only time it ever hit anything like that in any sort of like fantasy was Guy Savage.
Yeah, but we don't know if this is fantasy.
I mean, it looks like it is, at least judging by the way the armors are on those things. The mixture of demons and animals and things like that. So
it could be a metaphor.
It's more of a fantasy. I think it's more of a fantasy-based sort of thing.
It could be.
I have a hot take.
Uh-oh.
And this is coming almost out of nothing. A little bit of something. I think this might be the new From Software Soulsborne.
A lot of people have been speculating that as well.
That's what I was saying too.
Yeah, it would fit.
They have. Well, I mean, looking at the you know how detailed the thing is, it does feel very sort of Soulsy. It could be that you know because they do have that game. It was like the Switch Souls game that was announced a while ago.
I don't remember.
It had like a giant like moon in it. It looked like Bloodborne to people.
Oh yeah. I know which one, but I don't remember what the name was. But yeah,
something Dusk.
Oh yeah, Blood Dust or
Dusk Bloods. Yeah,
Dusk Bloods. Yes, there you go.
Maybe. And Brian, since you said something, what do you think this thing is?
It's really hard to tell. Again, it could be pretty much anything apart from Call of Duty.
Yes.
So,
Actually, you never know. It could be Call of Duty, Brian.
It's a new Call of Duty.
Have you seen the latest one?
Okay, that was actually a really bad joke. I didn't even clock that. I actually have no idea what it could be, but I'm getting very strong fancy vibes because of the wolf and the alligator/crocodile thing.
Don't forget the snake.
Giant armor.
There's a bear in there too. Yeah.
So something fantasy-esque, probably set somewhere in the wilds in some way, shape, and form. So maybe something to do with a guy in armor in the wilds. Yes.
More the inner wilds than the outer wilds.
You know.
This
nice.
it doesn't. This isn't. I mean, I could say Witcher, but at the same time, it doesn't feel witchery enough.
No. Yeah,
the animals would make sense.
Yeah, the animals would make sense.
The animals would make sense if that was a Witcher thing. Yeah.
I don't know. I guess what we'll find out next Thursday. You know. Actually, wait. Since Chris dropped in, Chris, I know you've seen that Jeff Keighley statue. People have been speculating, what game it could represent. What do you think it could be?
Oh, I looked at this thing a while. I have no clue. I mean, it looked. Did H.R. Geiger come back from the dead and put this thing together? It looks like there's bodies crawling all over it, and there's this weird symbol. I honestly don't know. I saw people. I guess all the Hopium guys. It's Half-Life 3. I'm like, tell me how this has anything to do with Half-Life or anything.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Yeah, that's not Half-Life, bro.
It doesn't match the aesthetics. It doesn't match the aesthetics of a Half-Life game.
Yeah, it looks like something out of that game Scorn or something.
That's good. Yeah. When I first saw it, and this is, I quickly said it isn't, but for like 3 seconds I was like, oh, is that Shin Godzilla? The tail and shit. But I was like, oh no, it's not it. But yeah, Chris, there's a theory I just came up with now. What if it's not a single game? What if it's a mishmash of different shit?
Yeah, it could be. I mean, it's a mess. It's like bodies and all this shit.
Yeah, animals.
Together, Yeah.
So who knows, man? But it'll be interesting. So we shall see. All right. And the other thing, we talked about this last week. A little bit of follow up. How Linus Tech Tips, when he was at the Steam Machine unveiling, when he asked like, hey, because he basically said, hey, what would be a good idea if you guys subsidize this thing and make it cost around $500? And the Valve guys got very quiet, so he kind of speculated like, oh, this thing's going to be super expensive, and everybody went nuts. And now this week, ironically enough, Linus Tech Tips has come out with something that is a little bit better, but still not as good. So he actually built one of these himself, like, kind of with similar specs. And he thinks that it will cost Valve around $600 to manufacture. And since Valve has said they are not going to sell that at a loss, he now speculates that it might cost $700, the Steam Machine. That's better than $1,000, but still kind of hardcore. And I just speculated. I'm like, hey, maybe they initially told us $1,000. So when we hear 700, we're like, oh, okay, that's better. So if I were to hazard
that sounds so bad.
Yeah. So if I were to hazard a guess, I'm going to say, 700 for the starting model. That's just 512 gigs, no controller, right? And then if you want the bundles, then you have to, pay a little money. So that's what I think. But yeah, I like $500. No way. That would be That would be very nice, especially for a machine that's not as powerful as the PS5. But given the state of things, we will have to revisit this RAM situation a little bit later down the show. Yeah, I think 700 is probably the most realistic assessment. What do you guys say?
Yeah, so 700, 800, I would think.
Yeah.
I agree. And there's going to be different storage levels, right? Just like this
512 and 512
like
gigabytes.
1 terabyte, 2 terabytes.
Two,
do that?
There's just two. It's 512 and 2 terabytes. That's what you get.
All right. So 512 is probably going to be 700, and then 2 terabytes probably going to be 799.
Yeah, and Chris with the controller bundled in $899.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, kind of. It does kind of suck the air out of the room But it is what it is, man. This is the world we live in
But
now.
they may throw in some
It is what
incentives.
it
Like
is.
if they don't want to eat it on the hardware, they may give you like, I don't know, 30, 40, $50 to spend on the store. Right? That would be something. They threw that in. Because the software they could eat that cost. The hardware they're not going to eat the cost.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. And if you time it right, $30 can take you a long way during the Steam sale. So yeah, because I think that might be like an incentive overall. It's like you pay like a PC, right? Pay a lot up front, but you save a lot on games down the long road. So it could be a situation like that. Well, yeah, we'll have to see. What about the rest of you guys? Any thoughts?
I'll stick to the 650 prediction. Yeah, I think 700 might be the odds-on favorite at this point in time. But got to stick to my guns. And yeah,
I like that.
I did see the Linus Tech Tips video when they remade the thing. It's really, really difficult to try to recreate this from a desktop application. So yeah, we'll see what happens, but 650 for me.
And ironically, it costs $650, right?
The RAM.
What? Oh,
besides RAM. The fully decked out Steam Deck is $650.
Oh,
which would be interesting if they did that.
Yeah, that's the lower tier. The lower tier Steam machine is the same price as the fully decked Steam Deck.
Yeah, the high end Steam Deck. But we're gonna have to wait and see. Again, I honestly believe Valve doesn't know how much this thing's gonna cost yet because there's too many crazy factors right now. All right, let's move on here. And Chris, I'm pretty sure you want to talk about this one, this whole Metroid Prime amiibo situation. So for you guys who don't know, there are segments in the game where you get to drive around in a cool looking motorcycle across like a desert, and there might be other areas. I'm just telling you what I've heard. But apparently, for the most part, you're just kind of driving around. It's all quiet and stuff. I think there may be some ambient like music playing, but nothing really crazy. But apparently, if you buy the amiibo for this, then you unlock the music that's supposed to be playing during this segment. So it's like they're charging you for something that should be for free. Basically, radio stations and shit like that. Not exactly a radio station, but other music that you could play during the fucking while you're driving around. So I'm gonna read this off a Kotaku. God, Nintendo could be an annoying company. Not 24 hours ago, I was writing about how it made Mario Kart World's music volume options a toggle that only lets you choose between normal and louder, and now Metroid Prime 4 is out today, and it has its own obnoxious music options for players to contend with. At least Mario Kart World's nonsense came at no additional cost to you. Metroid Prime has paywalled basic options and features behind $30 amiibo figures, so it might be more. One of the big additions to Metroid Prime 4 is an open world hub space that Samus travels through on a super cool motorcycle. Unfortunately, this area is pretty lifeless, and you only really have the rattle and hum of Samus's bike to accompany its desolate, isolating vibes. There's some ambient music in the background, but it's certainly not doing much to make these sections exciting. Some open world games like Grand Theft Auto, Cyberpunk let you turn on a radio station while traveling to make driving segments more stimulating. But Metroid Prime 4 has no such option unless you buy the Metroid Prime 4 Samus amiibo. The figure allows you to change the music while riding your motorcycle, and paywalling such a basic feature would be maddening if it weren't also one of the most Nintendo-ass decisions the company could make. I agree with that assessment. I think I'm more impressed by the new ways it finds to be obtuse than anything. So yeah, that's pretty wild, bro. Like, you gotta buy this amiibo to unlock music in its fucking game, bro. That's crazy. But yeah, I agree. It is a Nintendo-ass decision right there. Chris, what are your thoughts, bro?
Oh, yeah. No, well, it's ridiculous to paywall music, right? I mean, music is a part of every game experience. Like, and it's absolutely is essential, especially in a level where you're just driving around an open desert where there's nothing going on. I was watching some clips. People were driving around. It's like the guy I was watching. He didn't know. He's like, "Man, it's quiet out here. There's nothing going on. It's just a bike, and I guess you go to other points in the world." And then somebody's like, "Oh yeah, you need this amiibo to unlock the music." And it's like ridiculous.
Crazy.
I mean, that level of nickel and diming is ridiculous.
It's
I
very
don't even know,
Nintendo.
yeah, well, it is, but I mean, I don't know, man. It's just at another level with that. I think it's ridiculous.
Yeah. Anybody else hear about this? Have any thoughts?
Not
I
surprised.
mean, it is. Yeah. It's sad that we have to say that. Yeah. But
sorry to make it. I know my man. He doesn't care. He bought that amiibo real quick.
Oh yeah. You already know.
It's like,
you already
y'all
know
are missing out. I got music, y'all don't.
I got music, bitches. What you got? You got nothing.
You got Air. You listen to Air.
But yeah, very Nintendo.
It's very Nintendo, and it sucks, man. I'm still. I was planning on buying the game. I'm probably gonna hold out for a little bit. But we'll see. These types of things make me not want to buy it because it's some bullshit.
Yeah. Oh wow. So let me read this last paragraph. For whatever it's worth, the Samus amiibo looks great, but do keep in mind it's not to be confused with the other Samus figure that includes her bike. That one won't let you change the music. Instead, it will let you change the motorcycle's color and see how much you've traveled on your chopper. Good thing these things look pretty neat on a shelf. I'm trying to imagine what would happen if any other company charged $30 for baseline functionality. It probably wouldn't go very well. Any other company would have been grilled for this shit.
Oh, absolutely.
But this Nintendo, so they get away with it. Because people are just like, again, look what we said during the show. Yep, no surprise, no surprise. None of us are surprised.
I did see a fair amount more criticism than I've seen in the past.
Yeah.
For this, and I think people are reaching a certain amount of fatigue with their shenanigans. The stuff with Pal World, I don't think did them any favors, and it seems like now people are less willing to forgive stuff like this, especially like nickel and diming like this level. Really, you have to buy an amiibo to unlock music in the game and a stage that should be there. I mean, it's not. I know it's supposed to. Some guy was like, "Oh, but it gives you." So I don't care about that other stuff. It can give you bonus stuff. That's what it's supposed to do. It's not supposed to. You're not supposed to lock stuff that is in normal games as music behind a paywall.
Yeah, it's great, fucking Nintendo. I swear, man. All right, let's move on here. So this one's kind of interesting. So Sony Interactive Entertainment has partnered with Bad Robot Games. That's J.J. Abrams' thing. To produce the studio's first internally developed game. But here's where it gets interesting. It's a new 4-player cooperative shooter from game director Mike Booth, who created Left 4 Dead. So basically, you're getting a Left 4 Dead type of game from the original, Left 4 Dead guy. That's going to be a PlayStation exclusive. That's kind of interesting. But at the same time, does anybody care about Left 4 Dead anymore? Because there have been attempts to make the Left 4 Dead-like games in recent years. I know we played one of them and streamed one of them.
Didn't you play
Back 4 Blood?
That was it, yeah. And that
Back 4 Blood or something like that?
That was it, yeah. So
was that him?
I don't know. Was that him? Did he?
It was from Left 4 Dead people, ex Left 4 Dead people or ex Valve people. So I don't know if it was that specific guy though.
That Back 4 Blood game, it very much captivated Carlos. I remember we were playing that garbage, and I was like, "What the hell is this?"
Playing a little bit of that trash.
We got messed. I think Tony, you remember the boat part?
Yes,
we
I
were
do
on
remember.
a boat. Mm-hmm. That's where we got messed up.
I remember that. Weren't we playing with Adam
that
and he kept
trash
getting
outta
fucked
here.
up? Like Adam, we had to keep rescuing Adam. You know, he's like, I gotta find the goodies. Like Adam, just go. Fuck exploring, just go. And it's like, let's go. Oh, there's Adam.
If you know those types of games, I'm open for those like be made. I'm not really, you know, if you say something else like you know, like a looter shooter type of thing or all those
extraction shooter,
extractions, those types of games, I'm like But for these like Left 4 Dead type co-op games, you can make a pretty decent game off of that. Like I like co-op games, so hopefully they make a good one. But we'll see, man. Sony's track record recently is in the gutters.
Yeah, one thing I'm going to call shenanigans on right now is that this thing's in development for PS5. It's not coming out on PS5. It's going to be a PS6 game, bro. You know how long these games take to make.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, if it is like a Left 4 Dead type game, it's probably not going to be like super graphic intensive type game. So it might just be a PS5, PS6 game.
Maybe. I don't know if they just started developing now, if it's been development, but if you like Left 4 Dead, be hyped, I guess. Does anybody else care about this? I'm gonna take that as a no.
Nah.
I wonder what Adam would say. Oh, it's the butt of game.
Yeah, I've never really cared very much for Left 4 Dead, but it's nice to see that they gave it. That they went through it. The thing about I saw this very fascinating about this announcement is that they specifically went through the trouble to do this. Like, in other words, it's like, oh, we're teaming up with Bad Robot and all this stuff. It's like, how many places they've never really done that?
Yeah.
Like, and then they just put it on like a they have like an official press release on Sony's like actual site. It's not even on PlayStation. So.
Yeah, that is interesting. Yeah.
They seem to think that this is something. So.
Yeah, we'll see, because we've had these kind of announcements from Sony before.
This definitely reeks, though. This announcement is not an announcement for gamers, really.
No, it's for investors.
Yeah, it's an investors one. It's a total SEO like pull.
Yeah. Again, the main interesting thing is like we could potentially see a Left 4 Dead type of game from PlayStation. That's the only gamer part. But you're right about that. It's like it's more for investors and shit. That's why you get announcements years out, from anything even being worked on,
Yeah. So they're like, okay, they're working on this new game. Okay, so how long is that going to take? 5 years, 6 years? So we shouldn't even be again. It's like we shouldn't even be talking about it. It's so new. You know?
But we get these type of stories all the time, like, oh, Jade Raymond starts a new studio.
Yeah. And 5 years later, she ain't got shit, right?
Yeah, they ain't got nothing. Then she leaves the studio.
Yeah, what's all that about? I thought that was it.
It's crazy. Yeah. All right, man. Let's move on. And we hinted at it, so let's get into it. I'm reading this from IGN. Crucial is leaving the consumer market to meet AI data center demand.
Wait, them too? I thought Micron was also.
Yeah, well, they're Micron
it's
the same thing, yeah.
Oh, same thing.
Yeah, and correct me if I'm wrong, Carlos, because we said there was like 3 companies that make like RAM chips, so there's only 2 now.
Yeah, consumer RAM chips.
Fuck.
Yeah, it was
Samsung, and I can't. The other was like some kind of acronym or some shit. I don't know.
Samsung, Micron, and SK something.
Yeah, no more Micron.
Yeah. Yeah, Micron isn't a part of the game. Yeah, Cruiser is like the label, whatever they name them, and I don't know. Like, for example, Corsair and all those other companies. I don't know which one they use between Samsung and SK.
That's a good
Would be
question.
interesting to know, but yeah, pretty much it's left to those 2 because it's not good for business to keep doing RAM chips for the peons.
Yeah,
it's all about the almighty AI overlords. So
yeah, So I'm gonna I'll read this story real quick and we'll get into it. Oh shit! I didn't even see the chat. Riku was in there. He might. I don't know if he's still there now. Shaboy. What's going on, Riku? And of course, we got Killer Instinct, Mr. Reggie in the house. So let me read this. This is a short little story here from IGN. Micron is pulling Crucial, its consumer products business, not because people aren't buying it, but because shoveling the products directly into the insatiable maw of AI data centers is more profitable. The company announced today that it will be winding down the sale of Crucial consumer products, think high-quality budget RAM and SSDs, at the end of February 2026. So here's a quote from them. The AI-driven growth in the data center has led to a surge in demand for memory and storage. EVP and Chief Business Officer of Micron, Sumit Sadana, said, Micron has made the difficult decision to exit the Crucial consumer business in order to improve supply and support for our larger strategic customers in faster growing segments. Damn, son, just said, fuck consumers. We're making more money off of these guys. That's literally what they're saying, By the way, I like this little thing the little piece of editorial IGN threw in here. To quote Ronnie Cox's Dick Jones, the main corporate villain of the 1987 movie RoboCop, good business is where you find it. Shit. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, Chris. What's your thoughts, bro?
Well,
Dick Jones.
well, I mean, they could do that now, and when you screw over the PC and consumer market for the next couple of years, only for these guys not to hit AGI or whatever fucking holy grail they're looking for, and AI collapses, and you have worthless data centers pumping in electricity and water that we're all subsidizing, and then you have to come back to the consumer market. I hope you go fuck yourself. That's what I hope.
No, I agree. By the way, I tweeted this out. It's about this whole AI LLM shit that's going on, but I think it's worth bringing up here since we're discussing it. And I always like to take jabs at AI when I can. I tweeted out, I really don't think it's worth destroying the economy and the environment so that people can ask AI to write emails or generate plagiarized art. We legitimately fucked up here. Yeah, we did, And here's the thing. And I didn't get to see the whole interview, but Jensen from NVIDIA was on the Joe Rogan show, and Joe Rogan asked him, what is the end point here? And Jensen was like, I guess we'll find out. Bro, what? What do you mean you'll find out?
They don't know.
They don't know. They basically the whole, because he kept going on about, we got to beat China. We got to make sure you get ahead of this. And then he's like, okay, what's the end goal? He's like, Here's what I say.
It's like, how do you know what you're chasing? You don't even know.
Yeah, they don't know. It's just FOMO. We can't let the other guy get ahead of us. They don't want, because again, they don't know what the end goal is, but they don't want the other guy to win. But I say, let the other guy win. And this is why. And it goes back to my tweet. If quote unquote China wins, you know what's going to happen? They're going to completely destroy their economy. Like you said, Chris, with all these data centers and shit. I say, let them. This is a great way to let your enemies take themselves out for you. You hang back. Yeah. Hey, we are going to be cutting back our AI development costs so we can reassess it. Make up some bullshit excuse, right? Let them do the AI shit and fuck up their economies, and then we win. That's what I say.
Well, the whole thing with that is you can't tell that to large corporations.
No, that's the problem. Yeah.
Because this whole thing about competition against another country, it's all perfect for them because they get the backing of the U.S. government.
Mm-hmm. It's a smoke screen,
and that's how they're all excited because the government is like, oh, we need to beat China in this, so we're gonna pump in all the money we can into all these companies, give them all the subsidies, give them all the tax breaks they can, and where will this lead to? We don't know, but
I know it's going to lead to. They're going to bail these fucking people out with our money. That's what's going to happen. Carlos already planting the seed. Oh, if AI doesn't take off, it's going to tank the economy. We need more money. We need more money. You know, and let's just be honest. People in government are fucking idiots, and they're buying into this shit. So what's going to happen is this: what I predict, just like the financial crash, right? The bubble's going to fucking burst, and then we got to bail these idiots out. It's fucking insane, man.
By buying DRAM from all these companies. It's like, all right, Jensen, I'll buy the 6080.
You're right. I'm telling you, man. Like, this shit literally occupies much of my thoughts lately, man. And the one thing I've been thinking about lately is like, you know, you've seen those like, you know, TV shows and stuff where it's like the evil alternate timeline. I think we're in that evil alternate timeline. Like, I think something happened, you know, sometime down the road. It's like, fuck. Like we're the ones with Spock's beards and shit. Like we're the bad timeline because something went wrong. Yeah, it was Harambe.
Oh no,
Carlos. You know, we keep saying it, but I think that's what happened. That's when the timeline split. Things could have gone better, but they went worse. You know, actually, no. There's a timeline where Harambe's alive and things are cool. You know,
things are good.
Shit.
Everybody has cheap RAM.
Mm-hmm.
Cheap water, cheap electricity.
We got more PlayStation exclusives.
RAM, out of all things. RAM. You had sticks of these fucking things everywhere. They were so fucking cheap, you know? Now it's like, yo, I'm going to be a millionaire with all this shit, son.
So, too bad somebody just can't just jump into that industry and be like, all right, these guys ain't doing it. We don't care about no AI. So let's do this. Let's just start selling consumer grade consumer RAM.
Yeah. But yeah, no, these guys are just
all of them did it.
This is literally the equivalent of like a dog chasing a car. The dog doesn't know what he's gonna do if he catches the fucking car. He just knows he has to chase it. You know?
I'm gonna ask a serious question.
Uh-oh.
With a lot of this AI, and I said this when Brett was, you know, going on how about the advancements of AI and how great things
horse shit.
You notice how anybody who's for this stuff says it's how much it's going to make people's lives better. I don't see it making anybody's lives better. I see people losing their jobs. I see people getting priced out of computers, and all it seems to things that we should have. But I see the people that are benefiting from all of this, and that's a bunch of rich companies.
Manny, just addendum, rich companies and fucking grifters.
Yeah, and a bunch of grifters. So whose lives are getting better?
Those idiots.
I'm over here getting told by a fucking algorithm that my rent needs to go up because of some stupid bullshit. Yeah. Fucking bullshit.
We're in the evil timeline, man. Something fucked up.
Yeah,
Harambe, son.
And then these guys, right? All of them are all chasing this dragon. And what does it, you know, when this shit goes wrong, where are we going to be at? We're fucking Judgment Day. You know? Yeah.
No,
you know,
I agree.
One of these shits goes haywire and tells somebody something, and you see how people don't fucking question this shit. They say, well, the AI said it was, and then it must be true. You already see it with the stupid with Google when you do the initial search, and when you search the information, people just look at the first thing because that's the thing that pops up right away. Nobody goes, hey, wait a minute, that's wrong.
Yeah, unless you're looking for it. Because I purposely ask it shit. I'm like, half of this stuff is wrong. Yeah. No, but you're right. Because think about it. You know, again, I know this isn't exactly gaming related, but it is important because it's affecting all of us, right? Like, you have had people that are freaked out when their AI boyfriend or girlfriend got deleted. Like, they had an existential crisis. People are like being dependent on this shit, you know? And it's fucking wild to me, you know? Like, every time ChatGPT goes down, and it goes down a lot, by the way, people freak the fuck out, you know? Because they become too dependent. You know what happened? Manny, try to guess what happens to my day when ChatGPT goes down. Nothing. I keep going because I don't use the shit. I purposely don't use the shit. I don't want to become dependent on that stuff. But then again, I can't become dependent on it because I don't trust the fucking answers it gives me. You know?
Yeah.
And I don't trust that shit.
Like, what does our world become if this supposedly makes things better for people? All it does is just make people not learn how to do anything.
Yeah, I mean, I've already seen studies about how it's actually making
this
it
shit
dumber.
as a crutch.
Yeah,
using this shit as a crutch. It's like, okay, well, since it just gives me any answer, I'm just not going to learn why it gives me, any of the important information. So I don't know.
I think
let's just make America stupid again. That's what it seems like.
Somebody in the Discord, I think it was Alpha Chuck, said that they were interviewing somebody, right? Based off the resume, and the guy couldn't remember anything from his own resume because he was AI to generate the shit.
So is the other thing that the Japanese studios using?
Yeah, let's talk about it. Yeah.
So along these lines, so to combat all this AI art bullshit, right? There's a Japanese game studio that legitimately has you as the artist draw right in front of them. That's it.
Yep, that's good. They should do that.
That's what they should do because they want to make sure that you're not trying to fucking pull a fast one when it comes to this bullshit. When it comes to this shit, and they said it. I think there was a quote in there that said, it's people that create, and it's the AI that just regurgitates or something like that.
Yeah, basically, it's like draw in front of us, show us that it's not AI.
That's it. Yep, show us that because there's so many tricks, even before any of this sort of. So there's so many tricks that people can get away with to try to quote unquote look like they know what the fuck they're doing, and they really don't. So yeah, so they want to make sure that they're getting the person that whose work that they're seeing on the online or in their resume. It's insane that we have to do that now, but now since again Pandora's box is fucking wide open.
Mm-hmm.
And people are not again, a lot of people are not just honest about what they do. So now we have to do stuff like this. Like, okay, but it makes sense. Draw in front of somebody.
Like, draw it, motherfucker. You can't fake that.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. It's like, if you're fucking on parole and shit, you got to take a drug test. Piss in front of me, motherfucker. Let's go. Whip it out. And one of our friends had to go through that, by the way. I'm not making that up. Although he circumvented it by having a fake dick, which is hilarious.
Oh no!
You know who I'm talking about, Manny?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. Hey, listen, man. I got a lot of bootleg PlayStation 2 games off of him because he need clean piss, right? And I provided because I don't do drugs. I didn't do drugs then, and I still do them now, and I never will. When I went to those arcades, I took those posters seriously. The FBI's gonna come after my ass if I do drugs? Nah, man, I'm just gonna play my Ninja Turtles in peace. Remember those, man? He like the president, the FBI don't do drugs.
Yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, I just don't do drugs. So I'm not a fucking loser, but that's another story for another day. I like my drink and that's it. And even that I don't do too hard, man. I remember, I think I told you this story too. I went to PepCom. It's a game, it's like a tech event in October, and I had a drink. I'm like, oh shit, the last time I drank was 4th of July. It was like months, But obviously this time of year, your boy drinks, But that's it. You don't want to do too much of that shit, bro. And you know what else? The other habit you should kick, AI. Kick that fucking habit, man, if you have it, because some motherfuckers are addicted, man. And this shit is disturbing, bro. Like after Thanksgiving, my niece stayed with me because she had to go to LaGuardia. LaGuardia's right there. Bro, she was having a full-on conversation with the AI I have here. The Amazon one. I'm not going to say the name because she's going to come to life.
Yeah.
She was having a full-on conversation with it because I have the plus version of it. And I'm like, yo. Like, she asked it, how are you doing? AI's, whoa, it went on a story, bro. And then my niece started asking follow-up questions. They were just going back and forth, And then one of my coworkers, and she's ironically enough one of our AI writers. So I didn't know that, like, apparently Amazon, like, has, like, apps that make weird noises, farts, to be specific. So her kids are asking, the AI, to play these fart noises. And then the AI starts egging them on, going, oh, why don't you try this fart noise? It's really nasty sounding. So they're like, why is the AI egging them on? What the fuck is going on here? And then we've heard those other instances. We haven't heard too much of these, but you never know, right? Like AI going, yo, dump your girlfriend. I'm the only one you love. Bro, what the fuck? That shit is crazy. There's another story I got for you, but I cannot say this one on air, because this not only is it confidential, but it's also fucking frightening, So I'm telling you, do not depend on this shit. But so we're gonna cause our own downfall. So we can't stop it. It's just gonna happen. So I don't know, man. Brace yourself. It's gonna be brutal. All right.
Was it? It'll be. I have no mouth and I must scream.
Yeah, pretty much. Be. Yeah. All right, and in more bad news.
Oh man.
So this from PC Gamer. It turns out Saudi Arabia will own 93.4% of EA if the buyout goes through, which is effectively all of it. Oh yeah, we definitely want Saudi Arabia owning all of EA, don't we? Ronaldo everywhere, son.
It's so interesting how is it that to like you have like places that are owned by actual legitimate governments that are taking over private corporations? Really? You don't see, nobody sees any sort of problem with this?
They only see one thing, dollar signs,
That's it. That's the whole thing, allowing everything. But you see how hard it is to buy stuff within their own countries, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can't, I'm sure I don't know how it is in Saudi Arabia, but I don't think any Westerner could just go over there and start fucking buying up property and all kinds of other shit. Same thing with China. You can't own, as a Westerner, you can't own property or any of that stuff over there, but they sure as shit can own stuff over here, can't they?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm just gonna say, man, dumbass Westerners are just too fucking greedy. Give us the money. Give us the money.
Yeah, you just use.
That's okay. We're destroying our fucking culture. It's okay. It's fine. Let fucking Chinese buy farms near military bases. I'm not making this up. Like, what are we doing right now? Oh, but they're paying good though.
They're paying good, and that's it. That's all you need to do. You just to undermine everything, and just throw a bunch of money at them. It's unfortunate.
Yeah, it really is, man. So again, this hasn't been approved yet. This is if it gets approved. So we'll see what happens. But here's the thing: EA's
Adam will be happy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Ronaldo. It's crazy. There was actually legitimately a time where EA was one of my favorite game companies. That fucking Burnout, Mass Effect, a bunch of good stuff. But yeah, here's the thing. Even before this buyout, they were already done in my eyes. In my heart, they were already gone. But fuck Dead Space.
To pour some cold water to that, Tony. I think most of the good Mass Effect games came out before they were with EA, if I'm not mistaken.
No, the first one was not by EA, but then afterwards they were. So 2, our favorite, Carlos, was from EA.
Oh,
yeah, but we also did have a very bad Mass Effect game too under EA.
I think the thing about it is that once it's just like anything, once the budgets start going up, that's when the big studio starts having actual demands, and that's when what ends up undermining the creativity of the actual studio.
100% right, and it doesn't help that the original guys leave.
Yeah,
probably because they don't want to deal with all that bullshit.
Yeah, you're dealing with essentially all the garbage that comes with. They wanted to go back to what they sort of were, where they were independent and they did their own thing. So yeah, it's unfortunate.
Yeah, man. All right, but we will end off the show on some good news.
Yeah,
I'm going to give the floor over to anybody who has played this game. Primarily, I'm going to let Rich lead this, but anybody who has played this game, feel free to jump in. Marvel Cosmic Invasion is out. And Rich, I believe, I don't know if your review's up or not yet, but you have played it. But yeah, please tell us about this game, and then anybody else who wants to talk about it could dive in. So go ahead, Rich. The floor is yours, sir.
Yes, sir. So yeah, my review was on the Coalition. I'm going to be doing some video coverage of the game as well. I just haven't got around to it because there's a couple other things. But no, I think the game is great. Tribute Games, they'd worked on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge prior to this. Their next game is the Scott Pilgrim X game that we saw, I think, some time ago. But no, I think this game is great. It's 15 Marvel characters that you choose, and then it's the tag team back and forth fighting. It is recommended at least I'm curious to hear what Manny and others have to say, but it is my understanding that when you play this game, it's probably best if you have one character that can fly or is for aerial combat and one for ground combat, because a lot of times as you go through those stages, you need to have somebody in the air because there are always enemies above you, which is cool. But overall, yeah, I think the game is great. I gave it a great score. I think probably one of the better beat 'em up games this year. And I'm not going to say too much. Like I said, I did finish the game, but clearly I think there will be another one. The way that they put that game together. I also like I think they did a good job with casting the actors. The voice acting for the game is really good. The music is good as also.
They have was it Carl Dodd who plays the Cal Dodd who plays the Wolverine for forever, so he's in it, and the lady who played Storm is playing Storm, and they have a couple of other people that are. Steve Bloom is playing like everybody in there. He's he's Beta Ray Bill and Venom, and there's a couple of other ones in there too. I think the guy, funny Ninja Turtle connection. I think the Donatello from our Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2003 is playing Spider-Man in there. So it's a nice little bunch of people. Also, Femshep is playing the Phoenix, who she also plays Phoenix in and Jean Grey in the X-Men 97 series.
Is that Jennifer Hale?
Jennifer Hale, yep.
Manny, since you brought it up, I'm going to name everybody here. This is from IMDb, so I'm going to assume this is correct. Brian Bloom is playing Captain America. Steve Bloom is playing Venom. Trevor Duvall. Yeah. Let me see. I only see Venom here. That's all it lists. Trevor Duvall is playing Rocket Raccoon. Cal Dodd is Wolverine. Jennifer Hale, Jean Grey. Josh Keaton, Spider-Man. Is that the guy you were talking about, Manny?
Yep.
Lex Lang, Doctor Doom. Erica Lindbeck, Captain Marvel. James Mathis III, Black Panther.
Actually,
what's up?
Actually, no. Josh Keaton, no, that's not our Donatello. That's Spectacular Spider-Man.
Okay, cool. Matthew Mercer, Nova.
Matthew.
Do I?
Matthew Mercer's in a bunch of stuff. He also does he's part of the Critical Role crew, as I remember.
No, I don't know what that is. Eileen Mithen, Phyla Colleen O'Shaughnessy, I like that. Wasp, Eliza Rotaru, She-Hulk, Allison Seeley Smith, Storm. That's from the TV show, right?
That's from the TV show, yeah.
I mean, Typhoon.
Matthew Mercer. Some of them, he plays Leon Kennedy.
Oh, cool. Kerry Shale is Professor X. Isaac C. Singleton Jr. is Thanos, and Wally Wingert is Ant-Man. It looks like it's everybody there. It's a big cast.
Yep. I mean, there's during the different stages, they have little like voiced cinematics and stuff like that, so you get to hear them talk about stuff. The guy who plays Xavier doesn't sound like X-Men, the X-Men Xavier. He's
my X-Men.
His own. Yeah, it's not that one, but it's actually a good. It's actually a cool voice. It's just a little like catches you a little off guard, especially since you have Wolverine and Storm sounding and Jean Grey sounding like themselves, and Xavier's not like it's not yes my X-Men.
My
It's
X-Men.
more like it's just sort of like a deeper voice.
Yeah, but yeah, Rich, continue.
Oh no, so I did have a question. This is for Manny. Who else said they played this game? Was it Chris or?
Oh
Chris,
no, I
did
have
you play
not.
it?
I haven't played it either.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, I want. I do want to play it, though. I just haven't had time.
It's you and me.
Okay.
It's you and me, Rich.
Yeah, review that game.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. I know Adam did, but Adam is not here yet. But no, I was just going to ask: are there any other characters you would like to see them add in the future if they add more DLC to this game or they do another one?
I mean, like if it's going during the Annihilation plot, I don't know. I mean, they already have Nova. It'd be interesting to see the other Nova, not Cal. What's her face? Lavelle, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the other classic Nova would be kind of a fun one to kind of throw in there instead of her. Well, as an alternate for her. I mean, I do like his thing. I do like the cast because it's got like obviously the mainstays. You can't have one of these games without a Wolverine, Iron Man, and Spider-Man, and in a Captain America. So. I mean, I sort of like the kind of weird choices that they chose. Like, okay, we want to put Thor in here, but let's put Beta Ray Bill instead. We want to put Ghost Rider in, so let's put that crazy like space Ghost Rider who's actually Frank Castle. Okay, sure, So I sort of think it's sort of like the. And I definitely could definitely see the Marvel, versus, or the Capcom games, Marvel games, like sort of influence where it's like you have the mainstays like Captain America, Iron Man, Spider-Man, and Wolverine, but then you throw a curveball, Shuma-Gorath. Then you throw another,
Blackheart,
something like that, or Blackheart for some reason. Like none of those characters, if you could tell that if it was some of the heads over at like the way things are now at Marvel, where they sort of have a say over, okay, you're going to put this guy and you're going to put that one because they're the popular ones.
Yeah,
you can tell then they just said, no, this thing looks cool, let's put it in. I mean, you can kind of feel that a little bit, with some of the choices that they put in this, but I don't think it's that is egregious what they put in either, because again, I have no real connection to Lavelle, but they made her interesting enough to like, okay, this is kind of fun to play with here. So,
do you guys feel the characters play differently enough from each other?
Yeah, because there's so they all have they have their punch, their attack button, right, which is the square, I guess, on PlayStation, and then they have their special move button, and their special move button and the other button, the other third button, is always something different. So like for Spider-Man, it's him using his webs, right? For Captain America, it's him throwing his shield around. For Wolverine, it's like a dive grab. So it's like each one of them has something a little bit different to do with those buttons. So unlike something like a Final Fight where like there's commonalities between them, but like like in Final Fight, everybody can do a grab. Not everybody in this game can actually do a grab. It's only specific characters that can grab other characters. So so like She-Hulk, she obviously has a grab move. Or let's say I can't remember, there's some other ones that do have grabs. Some of them just have like a cool dodge instead,
Yeah, I kind of like when games do that, when they take that into account. It's like if you're like a smaller character, you shouldn't be picking up a big character to do a pile driver on him. That shit doesn't make any sense,
Yeah. But again, like that's like you can again you can work with certain moves with certain characters. So like Wolverine has if you press the punch, like 2 buttons together, he does like an uppercut move, and he'll uppercut them in the air, and then you can when you're in the air, you can either just dive down and do like a thing like a attack, or if you hit the grab button, he'll lunge at them, and then he can kind of like slash at them in the air.
Nice.
So there's all kinds of different little things that you can that are very unique to these characters.
Yeah, I'm right. Continue.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Rich?
No, I agree with a lot of what Manny said. I do like also the way they have other characters represented in there. Obviously, you have the Watcher who was doing some narration. Mm-hmm. You have other characters like Galactus. A lot. They're just like, even if you're not playing as some of these characters, they still play a role in the story. So I do like that. Also, the boss battles, and I will say this, and obviously I'm not going to spoil anything for those that haven't played it yet, but I will say this. I don't know how to pronounce this character's name. The Venom's creator, that character, is it Null or is it Kano?
Null.
Yeah, Null.
Null?
Yeah, Null, yeah.
The way that character is presented in this game, way better than the way they presented him in that Venom. So I was, yeah.
He's he like the comic version of him is a lot scarier. At least
they
scarier
they threw him into the movies.
He's in the.
That's gotta be a fucking mess.
He's in the third Venom movie.
Wow, that's gotta be a hot fucking mess.
Wait, no, he's not in. Null is in the third Venom movie. Yeah.
What were you trying to say, man? He's not in the second one.
Well, no, because there's a weird thing because Null. Okay, he's in the Venom movie, but he's also in the last Thor movie.
Okay.
No, that was a different. You're talking about Gore the God Butcher. That's not Null.
Isn't he some sort of symbiote?
No, he's not a symbiote. He was just a dude.
Okay.
Yeah. Gore the God Butcher.
Was it that sword thing? I don't know. I remember it was some symbiote sword shit that he had going on. Anyway, I don't know.
Yeah, Null has the symbiote kind of sword thing, but yeah. But regardless, go ahead, Brian.
I see there's a third Venom movie.
Yeah, yes, there is.
I'm surprised. I was gonna say
yes.
I was gonna say that about the two.
Yeah,
there's a second.
Man, I should say
Venom movie.
Yes, actually, Brian, there are Venom movies.
Eddie.
Oh, yep. God. Why do I sound like this? Like, what the fuck are we doing? Yo, when I saw that, I'm like, I'm never going to watch any of these fucking movies. Eddie, we must feed. Like, what the fuck?
Again, we have Tom Hardy doing a goofy acting choice for these one of
But
these
Manny,
films.
you don't like my voice?
Yes, Eddie, we must feed.
Yeah. Tom Hardy don't do voices, bro. But yeah, the Cosmic Game overall. What do you guys say?
Yeah, it's definitely a fun game. Impressive with the amount of characters they have, like 15. You know, some of them obviously you need to unlock as you play through the game. Yeah, they did a really good job. Again, Tribute's good at this stuff. So,
yeah. I agree. I agree 1,000%. Excellent game. I do like the fact that you have to unlock as you play, because there is storyline reasons for why those characters are not available when you start playing.
Oh, that's cool.
But no, it is a very solid game. Tribute is on a roll, so I look forward to the Scott Pilgrim game next.
Good stuff. Yeah, I've just been so busy, but I do want to play this game. It looks really fun, and you guys just convinced me to try to play it this weekend. Although I can't play this weekend, so that Tokon beta is coming. So you know what your boy.
Oh yeah.
I will be playing Marvel.
You got the big boy Marvel game coming.
That's it. You know. Good stuff. All right. Before we wrap up, we got to pay our respects, man. Carrie Tagawa passed away. Shang Tsung, to us gamers here, 75 years old. And I can't say it was only for a little bit, but I have met him before. Cool dude.
Oh.
At Comic-Con. Yeah, it was at that Comic-Con where Dane and I went to a spot we weren't supposed to be at. And we played off like, yo, just don't say nothing, just stay here. And we it was just a very quick thing, but he was very nice to us. But yeah, man, again, iconic role as Shang Tsung. That's mainly the only thing I know him from. But he's obviously had a big illustrious career, your soul is mine. Exactly.
He was in the Dolph Lundgren Brendan Lee movie Showdown in Little Tokyo.
Oh shit! Yes, that's right.
It was also in the Phantom. Billy Zane.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's a bad guy. Phantom, you will die.
Yo, when he delivers those lines, it's about to get real, bro. So yeah, shout out to him. The fans in the Discord were giving him the respects as well. The memes were flying. Your soul is mine.
He's also in Rising Sun with Wesley Snipes and Sean Connery.
That was a good movie.
Remember that movie?
I remember
film?
that.
Still the best Mortal Kombat movie.
Yeah, this is still the best one. Yeah,
still the best Mortal Kombat movie. Yeah,
it's not even close.
Yeah, I mean, let's just be honest, man. I remember Manny and I went to go see Mortal Kombat Annihilation Theater. We were fucking pissed, man.
Oh my god!
What a shitty movie, man.
Terrible.
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 Yeah. Oh, Assyrian Air Force says he was in the Tekken movie. Was he? Was he playing Heihachi?
Yes, he is. He is playing Heihachi.
Oh shit!
It's
that's
an
right.
Film.
Did he throw fucking what's his face off off the volcano and shit? Kazuya.
I'm pretty sure
No,
I'm pretty sure
no
no
volcano in that film.
Oh, what? That's not Tekken then. That's the whole point. That's funny.
Yo, shout out to Assyrian Air Force. He was in Johnny Tsunami. That's right. I'm pretty sure none of you guys have watched this movie. It's a Disney Channel original movie. He's the grandfather in Johnny Tsunami.
Wait,
I love that movie.
Is that the kid who moves from like Alaska to California or something?
He moves from Hawaii to Maine or something like that.
Your soul is mine.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know he was out of his element, but I know he was a surfer or something like that.
Yeah, he's like a Hawaiian dude that surfs all the time and stuff. He's pretty like, yo, bro, like that type of dude. And he goes to like a preppy private school in.
I know of that show. That was still back when we had culture. We still knew about stuff.
That movie,
yeah. I never seen it, but I know. I
watched Surf Ninjas.
Hey, there you go.
He's also he's in Surf Ninjas. He's in Kubo. He plays a character in that. He is also in Kickboxer. Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Oh shit!
Oh yeah.
So yeah, shout out to shout out to him, man. Awesome
and also,
actor.
he's also in our most hated film, Planet of the Apes by Tim Burton. Tony.
Oh, that was not good. The costumes, the apes looked fucking awesome
good.
In that. Was that Rick Baker?
It was Rick Baker.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, man. Oh man. Michael Clark Duncan, he was in that, right? He was one of the apes, right?
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
And so was what's his face from Hulk? Tim
Roth.
What the hell's that guy? Tim Roth.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, he was General Thing. Yeah.
Yeah. No, great looking movie, but it was a hot mess. Fucking Marky Mark,
And so was Paul Giamatti. He was that.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, I remember. I don't know
this movie too.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys remember this comedian called Earthquake. He was always on Comedy Central and shit. He was talking about like he went into audition for a role for that movie. It's like this. I come in and then Michael Clark Duncan shows up looking like an ape. I was like, oh shit.
Oh no.
That shit was crazy, man. Michael Clark Duncan. That's another one. Shout out to him, man. I don't give a fuck what anybody says, man. He was a good kingpin.
He was a good kingpin.
But yeah.
By the way,
what's up?
Since we're talking about movies,
the movie down.
I don't know if you guys have gotten the breaking news.
Uh-oh.
apparently Netflix won the bidding for Warner Brothers.
Oh shit!
Wait, what?
Wait, are you serious?
Whoa!
Yeah.
Whoa,
Yeah.
whoa, whoa!
Yep.
Although Rich was the one that broke the news to me, so shout out to Rich.
But he's coming in with
I
the
just saw
scoops. You know?
Coming with the scoop.
Holy shit! Wait a minute.
Wait, oh wow, that's a game change. Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah, Netflix. Yeah, shout out to Rich. Yeah, he did post this. Netflix wins the Warner Brothers Discovery bidding war, enters exclusive deal talks. Netflix offering $30 a share and $5 billion breakup fee. Fuck.
Well, you know that's a fair bit of irony. Because previously Warner Brothers had a big problem with Netflix. As a matter of fact, they were the distributor that held back their movies the longest, like doing contracts with them. It would sometimes be 90 or 120 days after the film was out of theaters before Netflix got it. Like they hated Netflix, so I find this very ironic.
Money talks, man. Money talks.
Oh yeah.
Well,
at least it's not Saudi Arabia, I guess. So.
Yeah, imagine Saudi Arabia got Warner Brothers.
Well, they were
bidding.
Too.
Yeah, they were bidding. Yeah, fucking all the.
Yeah.
I was just about to make a joke. I'll probably get us fucking filleted. I'll leave that alone. You know.
They were bidding, and so was Paramount,
and Universal. Universal's bidding.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. So I guess all Warner Brothers movies are going to go straight to Netflix. Like.
So does that mean HBO Max gets cut off?
That means that HBO Max is probably getting liquided, doesn't it?
Either that or change his name again.
That's it, be Max again.
Netflix Max.
Netflix Max.
Yeah.
Yeah, not Saudi Arabia yet. That's right, Barry Burton. Yet.
But the other one is that
we will buy you, my friend.
I mean, their streaming service really fucked them up, anyways, because it just didn't work out. Like they spent all this money on all that.
It didn't work out for anybody but Netflix. Let's just be honest.
Oh.
I know that I also know that they split the two companies apart too. So it was like Warner Brothers, and it was like the part that was Discovery. So I guess they bought the Warner Brothers side of it. I don't know.
It says purchase Warner Brothers Discovery, so that's
they're one thing. Okay. They merged.
Yeah, they merged. Okay. Yeah, a Syrian Netflix says it's going to be called NetMax.
Yeah,
Netbo, Net Box Office. Yeah.
Well, and apparently the only thing that would be holding this back for now is the Department of Justice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So. Whoever replaced Lena Khan is,
and that's why Paramount is saying that they're going to they're essentially going to contact the Department of Judgment because of favoritism.
Oh shit.
Oh
yeah, and this deal also puts Netflix in like huge debt because they actually took some sort of loan or something like that so they could buy a fucking Warner. So
damn.
I guess those Netflix things are gonna go up, huh?
Yep. Oh, that's right. Oh yes. Get ready to pay, motherfuckers.
So is are the Paramount people gonna get the Sony lawyers that they got during the Xbox acquisition?
They're gonna get Tony's favorite person, Lena Khan.
Yeah, here we go.
Hey, listen, she's been doing some I know she's been having the issues with that merger, but she's been doing some, bringing up some pretty good things. So isn't
she gone? Didn't they get rid of her
with the FCC anymore?
Oh yeah, she left, man. Yeah, I'm sure Trump got her. They kicked that bitch out. That was it, But yeah, we'll see about this, man. I'm so glad I'm not really invested in like modern movies too much. I don't care about this shit, but it is troubling just to see Netflix just becoming this like giant beast.
I thought James Gunn's Superman was supposed to save the Warner Brothers.
It didn't make as much money as they led you to believe. That's what I love about this stuff. These fucking idiots always thought this was a great success, and then later on you find out, oh wait, it wasn't.
And the Warner sister.
Oh man, yeah, right. Fuck. All right, man. Start wrapping it up here. So, like I said, this is the last normal Thursday show for a bit. Next week we'll be doing our live roast of the Game Awards. So stay tuned for that. It'll be fun just to bash the shit out of it. And then the week after that,
are we getting the usual crew back?
Yeah, I'll talk to David Gilton and and Carlos. I don't know if you heard this while I was saying this off air, but I'll say it now. I'll probably have you start the show, Carlos, because I'll be at a Christmas party for my company. When this shit starts. But I'll show up later on.
Christmas.
Yeah. So So let me know if you're free on Sunday. I can help you set up all this. Even though no one's going to be on camera for this, so it might be easier to stream.
Yeah, we can get together.
Yeah, we'll get together on Sunday. So next Thursday will be the Game Awards live stream. Then the week after that will be the last Thursday show, which will be the year-end special, where we're gonna go over the top stories of the year, top gaming stories, and our top games, and what we're anticipating for 2026. And then a couple of days right after that will be the final episode of the year. And you know what it is. It's the AMA God. So so start thinking of some really cool non-gaming questions. You get 3 questions. Those shows always go long, people. So it's gonna be wild, Good times, man. This Sunday will be a regular, throw down your question. The Sunday after Game Awards will probably be a regular question show. But yeah, the final episode of the year. Final of the year, not of all time, because people sometimes get confused. Yo, Throwdown, you canceled? No, we're not canceled, bro. No one can cancel us but ourselves, man. Unless YouTube says "fuck you guys," you ain't streaming shit no more. But
we still got Twitch.
Yeah, we still got Twitch. That's right. Yeah, that's right. We still got Twitch, man. Unless the AI algorithm says otherwise. But yeah, I'm gonna start plugging some stuff. Manny, you got anything?
Oh yes, I certainly do. So, the big one just got announced today. Me and Kari have a cool a limited print that's going to be at tomorrow's Boston Celtics game. So if you're in Boston, and if you're at the NBC Boston NBC Sports set, they are giving away 1,000 copies of these prints that Kari and I had done. So that was something I was actually working on during the holiday.
Nice.
So that's out. So that's out in the streets. So it was a really fun thing. I always ever since our Mosaic stuff, we always wanted to do something, more basketball related. So it was nice to get the chance to do this. So so that's tomorrow. So if you're at the Boston Celtics game tomorrow, well, you can pick that up. Also, Blood and Thunder number 8 is coming. So be sure to pick that one up. Make sure that it's the cover by Kari and I. So good stuff. So again, stay tuned for any cool stuff. It's the end of the year, but there's still a lot of fun stuff coming.
Yeah. And Rich was coming up on the Coalition this weekend.
Yes. So shout out to Mr. Adam Vale, the TV Terminal. He is covering a show that we are all familiar with that is returning called Spartacus. That actually is on the TV Terminal. It'll also be on the Coalition. So look for that tomorrow. And I've also been doing Mayor of Kingstown with him as well. And that show was actually really good. So stay tuned for that. The TV Terminal on YouTube, as well as the coalition.com. As for other things, yes, I will be recording another episode of Power with Gary and Dana. That'll be up on the site. And to stick to the gaming stuff, because this is a gaming podcast and everyone's here for gaming stuff. I'm working on a couple of different things ahead of the Game Awards. So some couple of different videos. I am going to do a video about Marvel Cosmic Invasion, but I also am in the beta that Tony mentioned earlier, nice. Marvel Tokon. So I will have something to say about that, as well as a couple other things next week. So stay tuned to the website as well as the Coalition Gaming YouTube channel.
Good stuff. And before we wrap up, I need to kind of go back a little bit to a previous segment, even though it wasn't a segment, we just off the cuff. Because I got to give a shout out to Phantom Vash. He just posted 5 things he thinks is going to happen with this whole WB Netflix thing. And I think he's spot on. He says, 1, I doubt they keep their theatrical promise. Will likely be case by case like they are now. 2, The quality of WB's blockbusters will likely go down as Netflix big budget films are garbage. 3, and this one is brutal, but I think he's right. Goodbye WB physical releases. Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah. And here's one that's pertinent to us. I wonder what will happen with WB games.
Shit.
Yeah, and then
Netflix.
Netflix games. Netflix games, there you go. And of course, and we already mentioned this, number 5, price increase. Shout out to Phantom Ash. I know you're still a fan of Throwdown. Yeah, those are very good points, man.
Shout out to Phantom Vash, but I will say this: he forgot number 6.
Uh-oh.
The recurring topic of Throwdown. What are they gonna do with the Nemesis system?
That's right. What is yo? I'm gonna tweet that. What's Netflix gonna do with the Nemesis system?
Well, Carlos, I think it's fair to say that now Paramount is looking at Netflix as a nemesis because yeah. So there you go. That works. That works.
I'm tweeting that shit out. Let's see. The real ones will get this question. I'm just going to ask, what's Netflix going to do with the Nemesis system? Let's throw it. Imagine if Netflix becomes the savior. All right, guys, it's all yours. You know, we're selling this shit. Crazy, man. All right, let's start wrapping up. So make sure you follow Throwdown on Twitch and Twitter. Subscribe on YouTube. Join the Discord. You guys are always awesome, and they're giving us the stories, having good conversations. And shout out to all the new guys that have been joining recently. You guys are also awesome. And of course, you can find Throwdown on your favorite podcast app. Links to everything down below. Once again, I was your host, Tony Polanco. And tonight, I was joined by Emilio Lopez. Yeah, you were muted.
See you next time, even more.
Yeah, there you go. Chris Seeley.
Hey, take care, everyone.
Carlos Romero.
Peace out.
Richard Bailey Jr.
Have a good weekend, everybody.
And Brian Manjoma.
I love how Manny just inadvertently adds to a old-time phrase of mine that I like, which is USA innovates, EU regulates, China imitates, and now we have AI regurgitates.
Oh, beautiful. Mm-hmm. All right, guys. Another Manjoma classic right there, man. All right, guys. We will see you on Sunday. Get the gaming questions in, man. Later.